Welcome to a super quick run through of the game Dig by Monique Willms of Wonderhouse Creative. When you open up this box, you're going to find 36 Dig grid cards along with the numbered boundary cards. Set these up with the compass in the corner and then fill in the 6x6 grid with your Dig cards. You'll also have a stack of action cards that allow you to move around the board and dig and do things to thwart your opponents. You'll also have a stack of field grants that are going to give you extra points, so we'll get to that in a minute. You'll also have 4 ologist cards, and at the beginning of the game you are going to choose to be one of these ologists, and that will be your role for the game. Each player will have 6 action cards. These cards are an assortment of compass cards which allow you to move in certain directions around the dig grid, digging cards that allow you to uncover cards in the dig grid, special action cards which allow you an advantage in terms of your gameplay. And also note that the compass cards, some of them have 2 directions on them, and this is an either or situation. You may only use one of those directions. All players start at 1 card on the dig grid, and then on your turn you get to choose one of the following actions. You can either just dig with one of the tools, dig the card you're on, which means you uncover it. You may play an action tool, an action card with a dig card, which means you can move one card in that direction and dig. So if I wanted to move west and dig, I can go like this, and I can dig this card. All cards that you find will either be a find that has value, or it might be an advantage in the game or a hazard. Anything that has a point value is placed in front of you and counts towards your total points to help you win the game. If you choose not to move or move and dig, you can play a special action card which allows you to do something that gives you an advantage. In this case, this is an infrared, which allows me to sneak a peek at 2 of the cards on the dig grid. In the action cards, you're going to find various ways to interact with your opponents. The Raider allows you to steal one of their finds, but watch out because they might have a night watch which protects them from the Raider. A helicopter allows you to fly anywhere on the dig grid to uncover a find, and a broker allows you to make a forced trade of one of your finds for one of their more valuable finds. You'll notice that all of the finds have a letter up in the upper right hand corner. This corresponds to the different roles that the players will have. So as you can see, these both have a G in the upper right hand corner. This means that the quartz is a geological find, and though you can keep any find that you dig up in the dig grid, if you find something in your field, you are awarded additional points in the form of a field grant. So if I have something that matches my role letter, I get to put it down. This is 10 points for quartz, plus an additional 5 points for the field grant, making that worth 15 points total. You keep track of the points that are laid out in front of you, and when you reach the point threshold for the number of players in your game, you win, and the game is over. This is a fun game where you get to build independently your point values, you're exploring the board, uncovering advantages, disadvantages, and ultimately fun finds. And then you also get to play various cards against your opponents, so there's a lot of player interaction as well. We hope you have fun playing Dig.